Hey guys, it's showtime! Hi guys, so I've actually finished both days of the show. As usual, I'm doing the vlogging, talking part at the end. Oh dear. So the first day, the show was in Lane, which is like an hour and a half from where I live. It was a 2-star show and it was called the Union Cup. And I jumped the 120 class the first day and the 125 class the second day. I just had Urano because Gabbana had jumped the last 2 national shows, so I wanted to give her a break and just take Urano. The first day, I'm really happy with him. We just had one pull down. It was 6 strides to a big oxer and I just kind of softened a little bit. The distance was good, but he just jumped a bit flat. But yeah, overall I was very happy with him that day. We didn't place there's loads of good riders and loads of really fast people, and I was a slow 4-faulter. I would talk you guys through my rounds a little bit, try to make it a little bit more interesting. I was actually first in the ring this day, which actually I didn't mind because the warm-up was then not so crazy because there was like 65 people in the class. And this actually kind of worked for him because usually if I go in the ring, like whenever the other rider's still in there, like only halfway down their course, he gets super wound up. So I try to wait until the other rider's finished, even though they usually try to get the other rider in before. But that's beside the point. So this was a quiet 6 strides. So I got the back of somebody's head in that video apparently. And yeah, I took this inside turn, which actually worked quite nicely over the oxer. And then actually a lot of people had walked this line, but it was like so broken, it was literally on a 90-degree angle. I just rode it, and some people were doing 8, 9, 10 strides. I did 9. This is the fence that I have down. Like the 6 strides comes real nice, but I just like softened. Like I saw the 6 was nice and I just softened. And my trainer said it was just like a fraction too early and he was just like lazy in the front and jumped flat. This one I'd actually planned to do 1 stride less, but because he landed on the left leg, he kind of drifted out. So I actually did 8 instead of 7 like I'd planned, but it worked nicely. I knew as soon as I landed from the vertical that 7 was simply not going to fit because he was on the wrong leg and kind of drifting left, which is kind of his thing. I was deep there, and then I really overcompensated because he really responded. I was like, no, we were deep, we must go now, and he was like, okay. And yeah, this last one's good because I jumped in a bit big on that first oxer and then he really shortened himself up. So yeah, I was happy enough with that. So that was the 120 round. And then the second day, which is today, he was really good. I was happy with my round because it is the biggest I jumped him since, because our national shows only go to 120. So it was our first 125 since like March, I think, because we only get to jump bigger in the internationals because of the rules here. They're really weird. But yeah, everything rode as I had planned, but you'll see in the video. He jumps flat to the green double. Like I'm a little bit long and then he just kind of jumps like a racehorse. Flies through the air like a flying hot dog. But I didn't mind that, and then actually the next jump I'm like deep and I'm a little bit sticky, and then like he clears that and I'm like, how do you clear them when I make a little mistake and then I come on a good distance and then you're just like zoom through the air? But the rest was okay. He had the last fence down. I don't know, like my trainer was like, you just relaxed, because I landed from the double and I knew from the second stride that I landed that my 7 strides was going to be good. I could just tell that I was like at the right rhythm and there was going to be a good tick off, and I counted 6, 7, counted 7, just folded in the air, and then just the pole dropped. I was like, oh, there was no need for that, Lauren. I just relaxed and he like left one leg. He never jumped, like hardly ever jumps with one leg up, one leg down. But yeah, so the show was 3 days, but I don't get to jump 3 days because I'm actually going home to Ireland for the holidays. And anyway, I don't like to jump Urano 3 days. So at the next international, depending on the schedules, I plan to jump him the first day in the 120 and then give him a flat work day in between and then jump the 130. But yeah, because this is like the internationals are built a lot bigger and more technical than our national shows. So I'm hoping once he's done a few more internationals and jumping a bit bigger, that he'll just like get a little bit more careful. He wasn't hugely careless, but and he helped me like once or twice, which is very good little sausage. But yeah, I'm just hoping that the more we do, the better he will get. I hope you enjoyed this very late vlog. And this is the 125 round. Had my jacket on today because our class was in the morning instead of the afternoon, so it wasn't so blindingly hot. And yeah, 1 to 2 was either like a crazy long 8 strides or a waiting 9. So I went for the 9. I don't know, he looked at the starting equipment there. I'm like, Urano, you are like almost 18 years old. You have seen starting equipment many times. So the 9 worked there. And then this 6 strides worked beautifully. My trainer told me to wait the first 2 strides and then to go, so I'm waiting. And then I can go the last 2 as well. It's worked really nice. I did exactly as she said and she was happy with me for that. This one, I see a long one, and he just jumps like a race, like a thoroughbred. Yeah, that's why I call him the flying hot dog. But I didn't really worry about that. This one, I am like, oh, I didn't see anything. I was like, oh, we're going to have to go deep. And then he doesn't touch that. Like, I make a mistake and he doesn't touch the poles, and then yeah, the same. That was the same as the broken line yesterday, and I added a stride there as well because it was like a flying 7 to like a short 1 stride double, and the uprights are like quite big. He was good over this oxer, and then this is 7 strides to another vertical. She pops over no problem. It was a short 7 or going 6, and I'd already had like a pull down, so I just decided that I'd just go for 7. And this was a jump off class, so like time wasn't like hugely important. Like it wasn't 1 round against the clock. And there goes the lazy leg. Whoops, don't relax, Lauren.